What's going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today, Global, it is time again for a should you summon, essentially, right? A lot of people have been asking, should I still summon on this banner, knowing what is coming for year 4? Okay, now obviously this one's a little bit different than I would say your average before you summon, or should you summon, or whatever you want to call it. Essentially, we've all got different names here in the Dokkan YouTube community. But you know, it's only a month after we got it over here in Japan, and so a lot of, so it's very fresh in a lot of people's minds, and they kept, you know what the unit does and everything. We know all that fun stuff. So I'm not going to spend as much time going over the units. I am going to go over the banners real quick in case you did miss what were on the banners. And again, Global can usually change stuff up sometimes, but I've seen generally that they do keep it around the same, maybe change one unit or something like that. Because I'm not going to lie, there is one banner that they do change it up a little bit. That's for the better. So and then I'm going to go into some of the other kind of like more free-to-play units and more on the categories themselves a little bit, because I personally believe, and again, this is my personal opinion, if we're looking at purely categories, okay, categories that these two new cards bring compared to the LR, SSJ4, Goku, and Vegeta that we are currently having right now on JP, I actually prefer Gogeta and BROLY. More Gogeta, but I still prefer Gogeta and BROLY over the LRs. And I have a feeling that the LRs simply just carry a little bit more weight because they're LRs, right? So I'm going to get into that stuff later, okay? So first off, I'm going to go over stuff, let's go over stuff with the banner, okay? Compared to on what we had here on JP. Then we're going to go into the 4 free-to-play cards, because I want to talk about their Dokkan Awakens and why they are actually worth all rainbowing. Although BROLY is still a little controversial on that one, but nonetheless, he's still pretty good. And then again, my overall opinion on my thoughts on should you save all the way until year 4, what you should do, because you guys actually have a little bit more of a time gap than we did on JP, because remember, we went straight from the movie celebration stuff into year 4, whereas you guys get a little bit of a longer little break period, essentially, okay? So without further ado, let's go into the banners real quick, okay? So first off, let's take a look at the Gogeta, okay? Gogeta banner was, for the most part, actually pretty good, because the nice thing about Gogeta is that he is both, he introduces the movie hero category, although technically the Goku and Vegeta did, but nonetheless, you get the idea. And then also the fusion category. So he's on JP at least, and I know Global you had hit already, but on JP, he was the very first dual category leader, okay? So with this banner, we had the usual 7 cards that you'd expect to be featured. We had the new God Vegeta, the new God Goku. These guys are Super Saiyan first, and they Dokkan Awaken, so it's really easy to up their SA real quick, because you'll get a lot of these tech and physical Super Saiyan, and there's obviously a lot of other Super Saiyan Gokus and everything like that. So getting them up to SA10, they're actually really good cards. They are extremely good cards, okay? Obviously, Gogeta is the big prize. SSJ4 Gogeta is still not a bad unit, because again, you can throw him under the lead of the Gogeta himself, and then he still gets a really good boost. Physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, he's kind of an old card, still really powerful though, so he's not bad to get. Int Gogeta will be the biggest troll you have ever come across when it comes to this banner, okay? And the BROLY has his own banner like that, or his own character like that as well. But Int Gogeta, everyone is going to curse and scream. Even if you don't have him, right? Even if you get like one copy of him, knowing that the STR Gogeta is coming, you're kind of just going to be like, oh god, did I really just pull this guy? He could have been the AGL one. Again, all banners have it though. Look at the year 4 banner and everything like that. So again, I'll get to that in just a little bit. AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku, still a good card. Still, I think, especially if you don't have the LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he's basically optimal on the team. I still run him all the time on the movie heroes team. So he's a really good card, obviously, especially with the Easy A. He just destroys everything, okay? And then obviously you got the 2 featured SR units, but those don't carry into the factor of the SSRs, okay? So this is the banner real quick. Now, obviously, again, the big 3 that you're going to be going for are the new AGL, the Tech Goku, and the STR Vegeta. Now, actually, the Tech Goku has, in some calculations, maybe it's changed a little bit by the time a lot of you are watching this video, is actually considered really good for the team, because again, on the movie heroes team, you can go ahead and bring in the LR Gogeta, or technically LR Goku and Vegeta Halo, and if they happen to do fuse, then you do get the the LR Gogeta, that you'd want to have on there. So, and they require rainbow orbs, and Goku here changes a random orb every turn he comes around into rainbow orbs. So he kind of plays almost that support role, but without giving an actual attack boost or anything like that, okay? Not to mention, if he does unfortunately have a little bit of a gimmick passive in terms of his second part of his passive, because if he is facing off against a movie boss category enemy, then he mitigates the damage by 77%, and it is noticeable. It really is. So he'll be really helpful on the BROLY EZA, on some of the Super Battle Road stages and everything like that. He's not a bad card by any means. He really is. Oh, and then also he seals, which I know sealing on most Dokkan Fest events don't really matter these days, but especially on Super Battle Road, again, really helpful, right? So he's pretty good. Vegeta is really good too. He has a high chance to guard, gets 100% up attack, gives himself +3 ki. The gimmick part of his passive is that if he's facing off against a movie boss enemy, then he has a high chance to stun them. It stuns okay, I guess, for, you know, maybe something like Super Battle Road, but again, you guys know my opinion already. I'm not a fan of the whole gimmick fighting a certain category unit to then do this extra thing, but luckily enough, they don't rely on that, right? Yeah, Goku's damage mitigation is nice, along with Vegeta's chance to stun, but overall, they at least still keep their attack and defense. They get this, they get, you know, they get all that stuff, okay? And then obviously Gogeta, the big boss himself, Gogeta, he's awesome, right? He's an amazing card. If you want to take a look at him real quick, he is the movie heroes and fusion category. He's this is his Dokkan Awaken. We want his Dokkan Awaken form. We want this right here. This is what we're looking for. So he is movie heroes category, attack up 170%, HP and defense up 150%. Okay, so that's pretty nice right there, okay? And then obviously the fusion category is ki +3, attack up 170, and then HP and defense up 130. So still a really good attack across the board no matter who you're using. And then the HP and defense is just a little bit lower on the fusion types, but again, not that much of a difference, right? 130 to 150, not that much big difference, okay? Greatly raises his attack for 1 turn when he super attacks, and he's super effective against all types as usual. His own attack and defense up 100%, and then that's after 5 turns. When you get onto the 5th turn, he will then fuse automatically into Gogeta. It's not too bad. Usually I can get Gogeta to show up just about any time in a battle, unless of course it's some, you know, really super easy stage. But overall, you actually get to see his fusion, unlike a certain LR, you know, all the time. So it is really nice right there. He also has a medium chance to dodge the enemy's attack, which then increases when he becomes Gogeta, or he becomes Gogeta Blue, I should say. So that's really nice. So overall, he's a really good unit, and again, he's super effective against everyone, but when he fuses, he automatically does a critical attack. I will still say this, though, it's kind of a side note right here, because I know every single time it comes to a Gogeta unit, what do you put your dupes towards if you happen to pull a dupe of them, okay? And obviously everyone's just like, just go additional, give him some dodge, forget the critical. Crit and super effective against everything is the same. No, it is not. Critical actually does more damage, okay? I have tons of videos using this guy where he will get a normal attack off, especially on like tech types and everything like that, where he will get he'll get an attack off. It's not going to do a critical, and he'll do, for example, on Super Battle Road against one of Frieza's minions, will do about 800,000 damage, okay? Granted, mine's 90% in the ability system, so it is obviously a little bit more damage than your average SA10 one, but nonetheless. Then he will do a critical, and he will do 1,000,000, okay? He will get more attack via the critical. Now, I'm not saying to do all critical, ignore the extra attack or anything like that, right? You want additional attacks on these guys because, again, he gets that +5 as an agility unit. So, for anyone who's going to ask what's my opinion on how you might want to work the Gogeta in terms of the dupe system path, what I did as of right now, I might change it later down the road, is I went 17 additional and 9 critical. I still gave him a chance to get some decent criticals off, but I then gave him additional because, again, the only time you're really seeing the fusion is if A, you're in Super Battle Road, or B, you're in a particular event that might take a little bit longer. Boss Rush, for example, is not too bad to get the Gogeta to show up sometimes. Other times you don't, depending on the rotations you get, okay? So, again, it's up to you in the end. I'm not gonna, I will always sometimes judge, just based on what the card does, not really the person, but nonetheless, don't ignore critical is all I would say. It still does do more damage, okay? The numbers will show it no matter what. So, again, just something I have to put out right there as we continue on this video, okay? So, obviously, Gogeta banner, not too bad. Int Gogeta, huge troll, but again, he's not a bad card. But then, as you guys know, STR Gogeta will be in his EZA, and he already dethrones the Int one. Again, Int's not bad, just he's dethroned again, right? So anyway, so that's what you're getting with the Heroes banner. So let's go over to the Extreme banner now, okay? So this is Broly's banner. Broly's banner, it's okay in my personal opinion, okay? So Broly's banner here is the big troll himself, the STR one, but again, he's not bad because, he does have his EZA. Then you have Paragus, who then Dokkan awakens into a pretty good support unit. Then you have the AGL Broly. This AGL Broly actually does get an EZA. He is crazy powerful. But again, note to self though, he is on every banner from here on out after he shows up here, okay? So do keep that in mind. Obviously, the big plan boy himself, the physical Broly, he is an amazing unit. He's an area and effect guy until he transforms. After only 4 turns, it takes him 4 turns to transform, which is pretty fast. So he's pretty good right there. But then he just simply attacks one person, gets immense damage and everything like that. So let's go and take a look at him real quick. As we open him up here. So he is movie bosses category, key +3, attack up 170, HP and defense up 150, just like the Gogeta with the movie heroes. And then he is full power category, actually, key +3, attack up 170, and then the HP and defense is 130, okay? Again, he's an area and effect guy when he is non-transformed. When he transforms, he goes to immense damage, but only attacks one person. Beautiful super attacks on these guys, right? Make the LRs, Super Saiyan 4s look like a joke, okay? At least in my personal opinion. Before he transforms, though, key +6. He gives us key +6. This guy is literally meant for World Tournament aside just being a movie boss category, full power category, okay? Attack up 130%, defense up 100%, which is pretty nice, and it transforms when the conditions are met. Pretty standard card, okay? He's got good links, though. Shocking speed, prepare for battle, you know, fierce battle, obviously, Super Saiyan. So he's a really good card. He is. He's actually a really good card. Still can't tank that well on Super Battle Road, but again, you know, it is what it is when it comes to only having it's only 100% defense. So a lot of units these days still can't tank very well on that, okay? But anyway, so BROLY, good card. He really is. But then if you look at the rest of the banner, Omega's not bad. He never has been. Just unfortunately, I think a lot of people kind of overlook the Shadow Dragon category because, again, not many people run it, unfortunately. So a lot of people will look at Omega and go, yeah, okay, fine. He's not bad. Just, you know, he is what he is. Tech BROLY, yeah, dude, you've been replaced for quite a while now, so he'll be a troll too. Like I said, with the Gogeta banner, you have the Int Gogeta as a troll, but on this banner particularly, you have STR BROLY and the SSJ3 BROLY as just trolls like no tomorrow. So I pulled that tech. Let's put it this way, okay? Before I pulled my first, I only have 1 copy of the physical Super Saiyan BROLY here, okay? Before I finally got my first copy, I had no dupes into my Tech Super Saiyan 3 BROLY. I pulled 4 dupes of him before I finally got my 1 dupe on the physical. So he's a troll. He's a pretty big troll, I'm not going to lie. So, and then SCR Janemba, again, not a bad leader. Unfortunately, and he's not a bad card in the end either, but, you know, Int outdoes him in every single way. Attack, dodge, defense, you name it. This, you know, Int overshadows the STR one like no tomorrow. So that's the unfortunate side. And the SRs are what they are, okay? So the Paragus this Paragus here, the old Paragus, can use to feed the super attack of this Int one before he Dokkan Awakens, because this Paragus that's Int, he is just simply Paragus, and then when he Dokkan Awakens, it's actually Paragus and BROLY. So again, just keep that in mind right there. Shin Shenron can Dokkan Awaken to raise the super attack of the Omega Shenron, and then the AGL Janemba can then be used for either the Int or the STR Super Janembas. So do keep that in mind, okay? So again, those are the banners right there, and they're pretty good, okay? Now, real quickly, I want to go into their categories before we move on to just the final opinion when it comes to this, okay? So again, movie heroes category, again, introduced here. All 3 of these guys that you can get right here are the category leader skills for this, okay? Gogeta, obviously the best, and then both these Goku and the Vegeta, especially when the EZA, they're equal. There's no difference in whether you want one or the other, I guess, unless you're really depending on type here, okay? So obviously, actually, it's a pretty good category. And the nice thing about it is that even if you don't have a lot of these units, which actually I think a lot of people will, because you have things like, you know, the OG STR Super Saiyan 3 Goku or the AGL one. You have a lot of the God Gokus. You have the Family Kamehameha trio, which have been in a lot of them. You have the Tech Super Saiyan 3 Goku if you want to bring in. Heck, Tech Tapion, this guy's really good. He's an orb changer, which is really nice. Everyone should have this one. Free to play, Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 are really good right there. So, and even the Secret of the Dragon Balls Goku, which I don't know, I don't think Global you have this yet, but you will get it. So he's not a bad option right there, okay? So nonetheless, there are a lot of options in here when it comes to this team. And then again, you can also throw fusions on there. SSJ4 Gogeta, SSJ3 Gotenks if you want to. They still get the same attack buff, just a little bit less HP and defense, which again, for most events, it's not bad. You're never going to notice a difference, okay? So again, very good category. And again, in my opinion, as I keep saying and again, I personally think it's better than what the Super Saiyan 4s brought. I really do. I know the Super Saiyan 4 category is powerful, obviously, right? And I know, obviously, their LRs are super powerful. But I don't know. I think they kind of dropped the ball when they only gave LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku one category and then a type. I think it would have been better for another category. You know, even if it had just been pure Saiyans or if it had been this or something like that, I personally think it could have been way better that way. I think they kind of dropped the ball on that. Again, that's just my personal opinion. If you think that's different, then by all means, you're more than welcome to. I'm not saying you're wrong, and I'm not saying that I'm right. So I just personally think they kind of dropped the ball on that one, okay? But movie heroes is still one of my favorite categories to this day. I've always had a soft spot for something like Resurrected Warriors and everything, but this is easily taking spot number 2 right now, okay? So again, very good category, subcategory as well, definitely really good, and he fits on a lot of different teams, so it's a win-win situation for the Gogeta, okay? And then I'm going to get, just real quickly, these two do get an EZA, which are pretty nice. They're actually really good once they get their EZA for a free-to-play unit. Worth the rainbow, in my personal opinion. You don't worry about rainbowing them right away if you don't have the orbs. You will get your Trunks LR campaign thing going for one of the months when it comes up, and you'll get AGL orbs every single day. Then you can rainbow the Goku. I think he's easily worth it, okay? Moving on to movie bosses real quick. Nothing's really changed here, but you do get the transforming, or the Golden Frieza, the physical. He is a support unit for movie bosses. He's actually really good on that right there. And then let's see, the AGL Broly here does work on the team as well. And it's actually really nice. It really is. So, and one nice thing also is that you can run this physical Broly because he's just simply Super Saiyan. And if you want to, run him with the LR or the Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, either of the STR ones if you want to. He fits, both of them will fit on the same team. They're really good for things like World Tournaments or just simply taking out huge areas of enemies or anything like that. So again, it is really good. So it gives a nice buff to the movie boss category. And then also you can, if you need to, throw on a full power category character if you need to. Take the Super Saiyan 4 full power Goku if you need to, or throw on another full power unit if you need to. He works out really well for that. Not to mention, the nice thing about the Broly too as well, you don't have to worry about the key for him, right? If you have him on a rotation and maybe 2 of the other units link up really well, but then they're not really linking with the Broly or something like that, Broly's taking care of his key no matter what. He never is below 12 key for the most part. So all you have to do is just simply put him in whatever spot you want to put him in, and then have the other 2 characters linking up and worry about giving them the key that they need, and you're all good to go basically, okay? So it is really nice. They are a nice buff to the category. Again, this Frieza right here, he's worth the rainbow. He's a great support unit. He's movie boss category. Not to mention he does gain defense every time he's hit. And then also, again, the category of the movie boss, key +2, stats up 30%. Aside from the Turles, he's the best support unit for the category. It's pretty nice right there, okay? And then the Int Broly, he is a mini movie boss category leader, and then he's not bad in terms of his passive and his super attack. He has the Kaioken effect, so his attack will continue to increase all the time. And then he gets 40% attack and defense at the beginning of the turn. And then every turn he comes back, he gets an additional 30%. So if he comes back 2 more times, then he'll get 60%. So it's 100% attack and defense. So it's not bad. I used up actually in a free-to-play Extreme Int team for Super Battle Road. So he worked out pretty well. I would say he's kind of worth the orbs. I'd say at least the top left, bottom right. Maybe, maybe then at that point you might as well just do the other 2 to give him full stats. But again, he's not, I don't think he's necessary, essentially. But again, he's not bad. I have used him. He's pretty good. So, but those are the 4 units that are getting their Dokkan, are going to get their Dokkan Awakens. They're free to play Goku and Vegeta here. You get an EZA, which is really nice. These 2 right here. And then obviously the AGL one. Unfortunately, you have to summon for him to get him. But again, he's on every single banner now. So it is what it is. So final opinions, because I know a lot of people might be looking at this, why is he even making this video? Because again, I know this thing is less than a month old when it comes to global and everything, but again, at the same time, a lot of people looking at this and going, should I just wait for year 4? In my opinion, guys, okay, you're not getting year 4 until June, July time, okay? Most likely July, but June, July time, somewhere around there, global, you will get year 4, okay? It is now February. You've got 4 to 5 months to save up your stones after you summon on these guys if you have a decent amount of stones saved up. I easily say the banners are worth it. More Gogetas and Brolys. I don't know when they're going to come back, because again, we just got them here on JP, so it's hard to say when they're going to come back. But I would say give them a shot. Throw a couple multis in there. I'd say why not, or throw a single or 2 in there if anything. Gogeta is definitely worth it. Broly, not as much, but again, he's a great unit to have for both the leader skill and then obviously for World Tournament. He makes it a lot easier for World Tournament, I'll tell you that right now, okay? But Gogeta, he's definitely worth it. He's a great unit. Love running him. Don't miss out on that critical, though. Just going to say it, because, again, sometimes you're only going to see the transformation in some events, not in the others, so it's always nice to have a little critical in there. But, again, if you don't want that, that's totally fine. So, overall, I'm going to say these units, in my personal opinion, especially the Gogeta, was more hype and is just a lot better, I think, long-term than the SSJ4. Now, I know I can't judge it long-term per se, but I'm just going to say it right now. I personally enjoy them better, and I've been using the SSJ4 Goku and Vegeta as friends because, again, they're just, you know, they're kind of normal leaders, so I don't need to have them, even though I am trying to go for them, and I wish they would drop, stupid OG ones, but I've been using them, so I know what they can do. I know what their active skills are like. I know how powerful they are and everything, but again, Gogeta and Broly bring the double categories in, and the really good categories, and I think they're worth it. I really do. So, again, not trying to throw, you know, hate at the SSJ4s or anything like that. I will hopefully pull them before the banners go away. So we got another 3 weeks until they're gone. But, yeah, in my personal opinion, definitely worth it for these banners. So, anyway, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, as always. You're going to pull for them? You're going to skip them? What are you waiting for? Because, again, one last thing to also say real quick is that the time between February, when, you know, at the end of February, they'll be gone for you guys, and then July is when year 4 starts. In between there, you're going to be getting you're going to get, like, the AGL Cooler and a couple other Dokkan cards that, to be real, no one runs on JP anymore, and I doubt most people are going to run on Global either or even summon for them. So it's a perfect time just to wait and save in between there. Go for these guys right now, and then the other banners you can kind of just wait on and skip if you need to. So anyway, like I said before, that's going to be it for the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, as always. Leave a like if you liked the video. Sub if you happen to be new. We are trying to hit 50,000 subs by the end of March to celebrate 3 years of translations, guides, and just videos like this in general. Can you help me reach that goal? I would really appreciate it. So anyway, that's going to be it for the video. Until next time, everyone, I'll see you all in the next one.